maturity will determine how much you learn, also intellectual coefficient, but combine those things, they will determine how much you learn from everything that happens to you in life. And that will determine then how the overall maturity will be, and that will determine your mental age. like I like I said, in that sense, the possibility of absorbing uh, with efficiency those experiences is what gives maturity, I think, rather than the biological process of 2008, 95, or 94 in that sense. Like, well, as I said, at least we are not old like Ivar. Ivar? What? What or who is Ivar? Flying energies. Old like Ivar. I never heard. Ivar my goat. Wait, what? He's 70 years old. Ivar? Another drakensangonline player. What? Ivar? Ivar? Ivar is boosting me because I said I'm a cute e-girl. No, god damn it, no. 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 Why? No. Well, for example, Ivar is single, trying to find a girlfriend in Drakensang. Is this a joke or what? Is this a joke or what? A cultural legend of Drakensang. No, it's not, XD. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. No, it's not sad. God damn it, shit. Ivar? I saw him doing it while live streaming. Wait, what? God damn it. Humanity has degenerated so much. God damn it. God damn it. In Dragon, what kind of serious relationship will he find in an online game? Well, I bet you two think the same as I'm doing, as I'm saying it. But well, what kind of serious relationship he has? Besides, you can have you know that you can have a perfect hobby in common with the person, and then the rest of the aspects of life, trying to live under the same roof, like same house. Then it can be hell. Huh? Don't think that just because you share a hobby, it can happen. Like it helps. It helps. For example, in my case, I have a huge negative point against me, which is that I don't like going to the beach and the sun, and I would rather stay reading books and etc. But you can perfectly share the same interest, and then it can be hell, and then it can be hell. Like, you can play together, all perfect, yeah, let's level our characters together, darling, and then, uh, under the same house, it can easily be hell, because you don't know at the end of the day, he also has the perfect guild name. Well, I mean, flying energies, I smell, I smell degeneracy. It's called Ivar. Okay. Same as his name. Same as his name. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Lol. Same as his name. Okay. I'm beginning to see a pattern. Narcissism? Could it be? Narcissism, unchecked narcissism? Is that why he's a legend? Is that why he's a legend in the game? Okay. Or is this either this is a crazy joke, or it's, as you two said, it's true, and it's a cultural legend of the game. God damn it. God damn it. To respect mankind. Words fail to express my gratitude. I have to write a letter to Master Randall. He has to know how you've saved us all. Yes, I was saying, first you can spend a lot of time leveling together and have a great time, and then it's just a social place, playing DSO 24/7. Ah, all right. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I see. I see. And he was your rival, Flying Energies. And he was your rival, or just a cultural legend. He might be a social experiment by the devs. Okay, okay, okay. And he was your rival. I met some guys like that. I met some guys like that in Star Wars: The Republic, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Let's see if I can remove all of these stupid icons. No longer display until relogging. Interesting. You cannot permanently eliminate those. Like the movie with the monkeys. the like the Truman Show, for example, like the Truman Show. I remember I had to watch that one for sociology. Yeah, like the Truman Show. Okay, 24/7. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, a lot of cases like that. A lot of cases like that. A lot of cases like that. That's the problem. That's the problem then. That's the problem. Yeah, there are a lot of cases like that. There are a lot of cases like that. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. In that sense. In that sense. Yeah, it's a problem, but it's also a responsibility of our system, in a lot of cases because in a lot of cases people that sadly well do that is because either because I don't think it's because they are all millionaires, because in that case, well, you have you already have no obligations in real life, let's say. He's not the only one. A lot doing that. Well, that is sadly a consequence of post 2008 uh, economic collapse of what. Imagine being millionaire and playing DSO. Well, I am not that, but I could be close and I'm doing it, I guess. But because this sure dance me too, and I will only do the main story. I won't play. My old guild's leader hobby is AFKing in the city for 11 hours daily and then writing chat. It was a good day. It was like that back then. It was like that back then. It was like that back then, and pretty much the thing is that nowadays, as I've said, well, going back to the other case, the going back to the other case, precisely the now I get to that one. The thing is that after the economic collapse of 2008, precisely with the Obama administration that derived into all of the rest of our markets, uh, a lot of people are unemployed, and well, that's the thing. We still feel the effects today. At least he had 0 deaths, so it was a good day because of the guild staying at the cities and 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 not playing the game in that sense. And not playing the game in that sense. Well, but you enjoy the company of others. Every DSO PvP enjoyers are unemployed people in good. No, don't say that. Wait, what? What's this? Shit. What the fuck? Map creation failed. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. It's a consequence of the market. Trust me. It's a consequence of the market. Usual Drakensang Online. Welcome to the Drakensang Online. I want to read it. Map creation failed. Please try again later. Error code 42. If the issue persists, please contact support using the support link found in the top right corner of drakensang.com after logging. Be sure to name the server you are playing on, the error code you are receiving, and your user ID, which can also be found in the top right corner. Support doesn't exist, XD. Okay. Can I at least get out of here? Let's see if I can alt tab, minimize it. Yes, I can minimize that shit. Okay, hang on one sec. Yeah, support is not really a thing. Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. Are all of those games actually? Yeah, yeah, yeah. One moment, one moment, one moment, one moment. Now I'll let me restart because this thing is a bit lagging. Please don't crash. It's a bit crash now. Now I'll switch the scenes. Yeah, now I show. Yeah, they are all games. Flying Energies. You can see them all in the link of the integral history of PC game genres. Precisely. I've documented all of them in my free time whenever I didn't have to sit for an exam at law school. Good times, as I was a student. Precisely. There we go. There we go. Let me see if I can open it. Again, it lagged for a while there. Let me see. Hang on a sec. No, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec because otherwise my I don't want to show my my Steam credit card info or whatever the shit there. I knew it was going to show it on this screen. There we go. There we go. Now it should. It was this one. Alright, I have to restart the whole fucking game. Okay, hang on a sec. There it should open. No, I close it. Hang on, huh? Hang on. I know it's the other one. Hang on a sec. I think it opened. Could it be? Yeah, there we go. The client. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Let me see. Yes, Flying Energies. They are all games. It's precisely I throughout it. It took me 15 years. I don't think that I bought all of the games overnight. It took me 15 years of searching and searching. Is precisely what I do in the integral history of PC game genres. I go one by one describing. I have them organized in the historical release date in my free time when I didn't have to sit for an exam or well, it was between law school and then discovering that I didn't like it and getting into software development that gave me much better much better much better well life in that sense because also I didn't like being a lawyer and also while working as English teacher, and I slowly bought them. But then I realized that I still had to connect to the internet to get them, so they were actually not mine, and they were actually giving me a license of the game at the end of the day. Because if Steam doesn't work, they don't work. So I started buying them on Good Old Games. I started buying them on Steam. I started buying them on Epic Games, the ones that you can, and then I copy the files, remove the online connection, and store them locally on my PC. Because the day, imagine if there's it doesn't need to be a cataclysm in which we all die. Imagine that there's a disruption of internet connection for, I don't know, 3 months because there was, I don't know, a solar storm on the Earth, or not a solar storm, I don't know, an interference with our satellites or whatever. And what? I paid for my shit and I don't get access to it. Why am I buying a license when back in the 90s, I could buy the software? How how many total games are there here? Roughly a thousand. Roughly a thousand. Roughly a thousand. So I grab from all the platforms and I uh, store them locally. Laughing. Yes, I have enough for World War III, Flying Energies. I have enough for World War III. Guess how much I got? Don't tell me you spent more. You spend more. 3 kappa. Well, if you like them, maybe they are worth much more too. Yeah, in that sense. If you like them, if you like them. In my case, I like exploring the game. For example, here are the ones that I was mentioning to you. In the case of these ones, I mean, installed 3 games only. Yeah, but okay. So you keep them on your Steam account and then you don't install them. So each time you have to play a game, you depend on the internet connection. And what? Well, yeah, I don't like that. If it works for you and you have the fast, juicy SSD, good for you. Uh, I I'd rather have the games have some loading time, but don't rely on internet connection. Yeah. No, because then I am buying a license legally. What you're doing is buying a license, and there's no reason why I would buy a license. If I paid my money, I want the software, the data, the data. You are not even selling me something physical, you are not even selling me something physical, the devs. So if it's not even physical, at least give me the files. God damn it. At least give me the files. No, we don't give you the files. Well, okay, then I have to manually cut them and move them to the files. There's no reason for me to rely on a server for the game to boot if I fucking paid for something that is not even physical. I know it's very old school. I know this is very old school. Probably I will be called what is the shitty word that they use nowadays? The shitty word that they use nowadays. The boomer. I would be a millennial technically, but we would be millennials. But um, boomer, you disgusting boomer. You are so old school. Yes, and with proudly old school because I don't like rights being taken away from me like an idiot in that sense, without a doubt. Why would I pay for a license? I would make online only games illegal, straight up. Like this one, it should need to have offline and then offline online connection if you'd like. Because I have the offline MOBA series and etc. All of these games work perfectly offline. Drakensangonline, World of Warcraft, etc. It's just that they split the server calls, the client and the server. Like the graphics, shit. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, yeah, I remember. Did I spend my how's the skill tree? Okay, the skill tree is correct. Then I need to get to level 31. Okay. So now I do this. You cannot use this skill here. What's going on with this shit? There we go. And now, oh, there it is. Okay, there's an icon that indicates that their armor is broken. Okay. Yeah, for these mobs it's not a problem, but I see. I see. No, I would say because like that, what Fly Energy is telling me with having a few games and have a very fast SSD in that sense and have all of the games on the cloud. I don't like depending on online services. No, no, because for example, you can one day your connection goes to shit and yeah, pretty much it's completely ruined. I don't like relying on that at all. I despise it. I despise it 100%. I despise it 100%. I completely despise it because at the end of the day you're relying on that. It's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. It crashed my when the game logged out. It crashed all of my stuff here. Okay, there we go. Damn it. It crashed my stuff. Yeah, perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay, people. Going back to the topic of analysis. The relationship between the usage of potions and the gameplay mechanics. When I did the boss fight with Callis by the end of the previous stream, and this boss fight, both of them have a pretty amazing. Is there a way to remove this shit? Is it because I removed that? They have a pretty amazing they had a pretty amazing economic relationship between the usage of potions and the gameplay mechanics. I've already laid out the 4 points, recapping of how you would solve as a developer the problem of providing the player with a way of healing himself. With a way of healing himself. Right, I have to go back to King's Hill. I have to teleport, I think, this time. King's Hill, Resistance Command Center, no. Where's King's Hill? Ah, you are limited to the regional wood. Ah, okay. Wait, what? Ah, okay. It's like World of Warcraft, it has several zones. Okay, Duria is not the world. Okay, perfect. So like this I can go back to King's Hill. Perfect. I figured it out. Well then, let's finish the quests. No, but they are just side quests. We can eliminate them. Because we'll not be able to complete. Find the FBI and wait, what? Find the FBI. We'll leave that one. That one looks fun. And then I'll do the main story. This one I don't know why I cannot eliminate that quest. It has to be I guess it has to be something that you have to complete somehow. Where do I have to finish it? The other one. Wait, what? I cannot see the zone where I have to go. Where's the there it is. The Trouble Stone? Yeah. Ah, of course, where all the players are. So I presume we started here and now we're here. Okay, and this is the zone. Okay. Ah, okay. Burning Coast, not unlocked. This one, yes, I unlocked it. Ah, okay. No, let's do it. Let's do it manually. I don't like traveling when I haven't unlocked the place. Okay, here we go. So, people, in terms of the relationship between the use of potions and the gameplay mechanics, in that sense. It was this one. Perfect. Alright, it was right over there. And I presume it's just the next area. Did they increase the level? Good, 26, good. They have increased the level. Good. Okay, so the side quest is naturally guiding us over here. Alright, that's how you break that armor. Maybe I can assign it to 1 so it's faster. Yeah, let me assign it to 1. Can I change the key bindings? Wait. Can I change the key bindings? Because I'm not used to 1, 2, 3. I'm used to Q and E from the mobiles. Ah, right, perfect. Q, yes. Show quests. I don't care, I can use the interface for that. E, display events. Perfect, that will fix. R, yeah, I love I'm faster with those. Trust me. F. There we go. And I run out of those. Right. It's more than enough. Alright, so we'll do it with Q. We'll do Q, E. This one would be a second scape, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to have the damage abilities on E. That should do it. And there, tab, remove that shit. I don't. No need. Hey, I can also go for W. True. Ah, I wanna need. I can go for W in this game. There we go, much faster. Ah no, I have W. Perfect. And perfect. I have W. Perfect. I have W. Give me a sec. I'll use my classic keybind. So it will be 1, 2, 3. Third would be W, then for R. No. No. Second would be W. Yes. Third would be E. Fourth would be R, and this one F. Perfect. And then I remap the ones that I show quests. It's gonna be A, the ones that I destroyed. Social features is gonna be, well, we can go for D, I guess. Consumable items, quick slot 4. Ah, no. Wait, what? Consumable item. Ah, it's for this one. Okay, I cannot touch D, U, or I. What? Wait. All right, we got the whole keyboard there. We got the whole keyboard there. Q W E R F. Perfect. The teleport to town. No key. Ah, no, it's this one. A kind of potion. Tonic. Ah, to use the potion. No, but I can assign it to. I can assign it to here and use the same ones. No key. Okay. Press R. Okay, good. Okay. I need to replace the one that I destroyed there. So it would be use potion something. Use potion something, and it has to say no key, of course. Show quests. Tab. Yeah, no worry. No worry. No key. There we go. Much better. Mount, dismount. Of course, we use. Ah, toggle area map. Okay. Fuck. One sec, people. One sec, one sec, one sec. Nice. Look at that. It has already improved. Alright, when you hear that sound, it probably has to do with um, with the okay. Right, I need that for the map. Okay. Then it cannot be M for the mount. What about T? Like in Heroes of the Storm, it would be. I love using that, inheriting my keybindings. Mount, mount, mount. We'll assign it to T. Mount, 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 mount. Here. Display shop. Perfect. We don't need that shit. Consumable. It has to be this one. Alright, just let me assign these two. Oh, is that one. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But we are not going to do that. We are going to do this now. Consumable item quick slot 1, 1. Consumable item quick slot 2, 2. Consumable item quick slot 3, 4. And there we go. Alright. And we can leave the rest. Perfect. Now I feel at home. I mean, I always feel at home, people. Alright, it's W, so... Frost charge. Which ones are the ones that I use? Generally, this one, we won't need it. I don't like having stuff that I won't use. Like, that should be okay. No, because this one is not boosted. Not boosted. This one could be. So he mentioned this one. I'll need this one. I'll assign that one to here. Then it'll be Q and Frost Nova. And this one. I don't know, but this could be basic damage, huh? Let's leave it like this. Like that. Perfect. I know it looks weird, but it will work for me, people. Trust me. It will work for me. I know how I handle these key bindings. I love it. It's how I handle them. I know, weird combo, but it's basically a MOBA combo. Hey, what? They are level 28? Good, this will be a nice challenge for the new build. The actually assigned to hotkeys build. There we go, see? It looks like a completely different player. Now I just need to remember to use shift in that sense. With my pinky finger. Okay, people. Wrapping up the analysis to finish today's stream in the last hour. The gameplay mechanics of the game were quite... the relationship between the use of potions and the gameplay mechanics. I already given you several aspects that could potentially... cause... that could potentially cause the... that could potentially cause a problem in that sense. That could potentially cause a problem in that sense when measuring the the efficiency of providing the player, of designing a system in which you are providing the player a way of healing himself. Okay, so the player has to heal himself. That's the initial hypothesis of the problem. Then afterwards, the there it is. And my inventory is full. Okay. Let me fix that, people, real quick. That one's already ready. Acolyte pauldrons. Ah, yeah, but this one is a straight damage. Oh, well, the one that provides resistances. Health points, armor value. Yeah, but I bet the resistance is there. It's doing its job. Hey, we got a set here. Our first set, in fact. Nice. Okay. Daily login chest. Oh, well, yeah, wait, I had a problem here. I had a problem in this inventory. Health point, block value, armor value, blah, 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 blah. No. Destroy this. May I loot? No. There we go. There we go, that should do it. Magician's Orb. Necklace, critical value, armor value. Same signet necklace. Movement speed, health points, block value. Well, let's see if we can make some room. Inventory expansion, 1200 thingy banner guy. Well, let's do it once and for all. There we go. That looks a bit more natural. Feels a bit more natural at least. And does it increase the price for the next one? Yeah, 4,000. Yeah, very much. Feels a bit more natural at least. Feels a bit more natural. That at least the box is complete, like the complete box. Now let's apply our thingies. Okay, 2800. 10 health points, no. Movement speed, 0.1. Don't think it makes a difference. Let's go for pure damage, because if we have to kill a boss, the idea is that though this one increases damage, no, this one there will lose increases crit rate. So at the end of the day, it does increase that one is resistances, block value, no. It does provide some, yes, it does provide some stuff. Amulet received with a nice sound there. Get premium and receive 28 additional. So that's the crowns. Those are the crowns that we are looking at. Login to claim reward for free. Wait, what? I don't know what these shits might be, but just so it shuts up. So it shuts up. Alright, so that's a stupid premium membership. Original of the CFN acquired. Okay, let's get into the analysis, people. Let's wrap up the analysis today. Let's wrap up the analysis of today in that sense. Let's wrap up the analysis of today in that sense with the precisely the solution that drakensangonline comes up with for the boss fights. If you can endlessly spam potions, which I need to test if they don't have a cooldown, then that is a negative aspect. You shouldn't be able to constantly spam potions and make the game easy. That would be a problem. Then once I get some potions, I will test it. But yeah, basically the idea is that you should never, then the game should never allow you to constantly cast potions endlessly. In the case of Drakensang instead of silence, like I mentioned with Hellgate Landon, they drop traps. That's the thing. They drop some bear traps there. They drop some bear traps. In the case of this game, the red orbs around the bosses and everything, it's around the bosses and everything, the has the problem. I mean, yeah, this zone is for a much higher level, I guess. Well, not much higher, but at least 27, so you don't get pummeled like that. Well, no worries. If I take my distance, I should be able to beat them. That thing is very powerful. In that sense. So, wait, what's the objective? Alright, now I don't have it there. Journal? Alright, I'll have to do it manually. Perfect. Then we just return there. No, but I want to farm a bit this zone. It's quite good, and it's of my level. So, what's the point of creating all of those? Mechanics to prevent the usage of potions, to prevent the indiscriminate usage of potions. In that sense, the idea is that pretty much, in the case of Drakensang Online, I already commented the rest of the cases. Instead of going for a silence, in which you cannot a silence period by the mobs like Hellgate Landon, in which you cannot activate any, any potions, you cannot quaff potions, or going for a cooldown period for said potions, like I don't know, Diablo 3 uses that system. In that sense. There we go. Diablo 3 uses that system in that sense. Instead of that, hey, what's that? That one looks quite good. I think I used all of my abilities there. Let me put this one here. In that sense, the solution that this game does is quite elegant, because it allows you to... Let me farm the area, people. It freezes them in place, combined with the area of effect damage. That's nice. Alright, so it wasn't like the orb in Diablo 3. In that sense. So... There's the speed, the small moment of a speed. In that sense, the solution that the game came up with in this case is the fact that you get those red orbs, correct? Let's get into the system of Drakensang Online. The difficulty is pretty much focused, concentrated during boss fights. The fact that if you do it at the same level, because I did it at the same level with Callus the other day. But if I had abilities, it would have been a bit easier. But the fact that you have to position yourself at strategic places for those red orbs to grab those red orbs is an amazing influence of the it's a perfect relationship of the usage of potions with the gameplay mechanics, because notice how it forced me to position myself perfectly there we go, last phase of the quest. So let's get to the journal, find out the capture Snooper has in small. Let's go. No, close. Where are the quest guidance? Find it. There we go. Let's go. So notice how in the boss fight last time, it forced me to actually, in the Callus boss fight especially, to, not this last one, to position myself perfectly to avoid the area of effect attacks of Callus, for example. The area of effect attacks of Callus. Here? I like you. Thing. Okay. Quest guidance is complete. Oh, that's it. Then I just go back and finish. That's right. Umbra Solis, hello! Hello Umbra Solis. Thanks for visiting my stream. I am a new player of Drakensang Online. I will play the main story, I do variety streams, and pretty much I analyze things about the games. What server? Heredur. You are new to the game? Yes, I'm new to the game. A viewer of my channel. I do variety streams. I jump. Damn. Why you're on the American server maybe, or what? Yeah, the thing is that I am a variety streamer. I analyze several games. The developers of Dungeons and Dragons, Dragon Shard, and even Cast Rise of the Mage. I always mention it. Visited my stream when my channel was very small, and before any player watched my streams, and they inspired me to continue analyzing the games. So I do variety and I analyze the games. I'm on Grimag. Oh, maybe it's European or American, but it's another one. Yeah, here in this case, a viewer of the channel asked me to review this game that is his favorite, and a lot of other people, but it's his favorite. So I'm analyzing the different aspects of the game like I do with the rest of them. I have no problem playing together as well. But yeah, basically that's more or less the structure. I go analyzing one topic per stream. And in this case, last time I did a boss fight and I saw the red orbs dropping, and I analyzed crazy stuff like the relationship between the level design and the gameplay mechanics, how it influences it. For example, the narrow passages causing the player to be surrounded and killed, and creating an organic, natural way of for the difficulty of the game instead of just increasing the DPS of the enemies. This game is pretty good. It's just grindy as fuck and a lot of pay to win things added. Yeah. My viewers have told me about it. That's why I will only do the main story. I'll do the main story, and so far I know that the viewer that asked me about analyzing the game, he mentioned it to me. The end game PvP and PvE can be grindy. That's why I'm just playing the main story. I'll complete the main story without expansions. Um, Analyzing one topic per day, and then getting to my classic final analysis. It had a lot of pay to win elements added. Indeed, I read the whole gaming history of the game in the first stream. In the second one, I did the genre classification, and then I'm analyzing the early game gameplay mechanics. In this case, the how they handled the player, the relationship between the use of potions and the gameplay mechanic, how they handled the player being that the player should be able to heal himself. You'll do the main story only. Well, I can just say the game starts after you hit level 100 XD. And also, if you actually want to get to know the game, you need to play events. Yeah, I know. But as I've said, I stream, and some of them are only once or twice a year. Yeah. I know it. But as I've said, I I do variety precisely because I don't want to be. I know it's terrible for growth. I know it's terrible for growth as a streamer. It's terrible because you switch games and maybe the people who like one game don't like the other one. But in my case, I don't like being uh, stuck with one game, even if growth is slower. In that sense, I have no problem because what I like doing is establishing comparisons and analyzing the common elements. For example, in the second stream 2 Tuesdays ago, I, for example, did the genre classification of the game and established comparisons with, for example, Titan Quest. And that's why I do variety, because after playing a lot of different games, instead of going only for one, well, to be honest, this game is a lot better than Path of Exile in my opinion. I played Path of Exile. The main story, once. I love Path of Exile without a doubt. I would say this one is quite good because first of all, the release date is different than Path of Exile. Path of Exile had time to absorb the all of the absorb and correct all of the decisions that Diablo 3 did, while this one was released kind of like much closer to Diablo 3. Path of Exile had, it was 2012, I believe, had some time to revert back all of those hack and slashy and floaty physics that I was commenting in the second stream precisely of Diablo 3. That represented a paradigm shift for the isometric action RPG genre. Well, Path of Exile is pretty ass for me. Well, you didn't like Path of Exile? No problem at all. And Diablo 2, I play, as I've said, since I do variety, I play several isometric action RPG games. For example, Torchlight 2 with the Synergies mod. I also recommend The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. By the same people, Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr, Titan Quest, well, it's a classic of the genre, and I was precisely mentioning that Titan Quest was released back in 2006. The dates are always important, and precisely it fixed the 3D physics for the isometric action RPG genre, and Drakensang Online, I love that it fixed them as well. Diablo 3 is pretty good though. Been playing only on Xbox 360 though XD. Yeah, precisely. I played that version, the Xbox 360 version, the first time. Then I played the Nintendo Switch version. First the Xbox 360, and then with all of the updates and everything again, the other one. Well, there's a topic about Diablo 3. I don't like it that much. I don't like the paradigm shifts that it did to the genre, because then I commented this the other day. Notice that nowadays, Drakensang for example, Path of Exile, and a lot of modern isometric action RPG games, like I don't know, Flying Energies was mentioning some minutes ago, Lost Ark, or or even I don't know, Grim Dawn or whatever. They look more similar to Diablo 2, and I think that's the ultimate proof that the formula of Diablo 2 is still, it revived after Path of Exile, and is still quite popular. What I don't like, well, Dragons Online could be better, but it's made on awful engine. Indeed, you know why that is. We read the whole history. Fucking Nebula engine, the worst of all. You know why it's that one, right? I covered the whole story in the first stream, but well, I can tell it again, no problem. The Drakensang universe, that engine was developed by Radon Labs, correct? Radon Labs. I remember this, not because I don't, because I read the whole history, the whole gaming history of the studio the first day of a stream, all together with with the rest of the followers. Precisely, the idea is that first, the license Drakensang was originally a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons game, right? It was the German version of Dungeons and Dragons. It is quite similar to Baldur's Gate. I played the entire game. It's the Dark Eye, um, Drakensang the Dark Eye. I played it on stream precisely before this game. It's the first one. It's basically like Baldur's Gate, Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, real time with post combat. Then they developed the second one, Radon Labs, the original German developer, and then this one, which would be Drakensang 3, technically, the original developers of this game, absorbed Radon Labs, but didn't get the license of the tabletop game. So they changed the gameplay mechanics. They couldn't do the tabletop game as they were used to do. They absorbed Radon Labs, the personnel, the staff, and they developed Drakensang 3. Okay. But they could buy the engine, which was of the original Drakensang 1 that I finished. That's why, precisely, and Drakensang 2 as well. It's because of that. It's because they bought they couldn't buy the license, but they could buy the engine. In that sense. So yes, I covered those aspects in the first stream, for example. But yes, it has a long history. Then it was bought by the Chinese company. And that's when they implemented the pay to win mechanics that you were mentioning precisely. Um, in that sense, But I don't think they are going to affect. I don't like Nebula mostly because it's hard as fuck to find and modify memory cells in it, so it's hard for me to make mods for it. Ah, so you're a modder, you know about software development. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have a lot of viewers that are like that. Precisely. Not only the developers of Dungeons and Dragons Dragon Shard and even Cast Race of the Mage, but yeah. In that sense, the same happened to my favorite game of all time, Star Wars: The Old Republic. The Electronic Arts forced one called the Hero Engine of Mass Effect 3, and yeah, that destroyed performance even more. Instead of having a normal engine, in that sense. I mostly wanted to mod because I don't like how close the camera is in the game. Also, you want to make it even farther away, But can you mod an online only game? That's crazy. I thought it was only offline once. But I got some Russian software that already allows you to do it. But doesn't it detect it like a hack? Doesn't it detect it like a hack? It generally online games generally detect those things like hacks in that sense. They generally detect those third-party programs like I don't know, for example, Parsec to measure damage in MMORPGs. Some of them are detected like hacks, and then you get banned because of stupidity in that sense. But yeah, one I will recommend to you 100% if you like that. Do you think the drakensangonline has a decent anti-cheat XD? Don't know, should, if they cared about people cheating, in PvP especially. Maybe in PvP especially. So it has no anti-cheating. God damn it. So it doesn't have good anti-cheating. It doesn't have anything. Okay. So it's not detected as a hack. Then. Okay. Okay. Generally modern games have that addressed. You were even able to modify your attack speed with cheat engine back in the day, but now it's just visuals. No, in an online only game. No, that's shitty because in an online only game you have the developer has full control of the server calls. Like it's easy. You can see the account and the server call with the action. Like because the client is separated from the server in online only games, people. So the developer can see the calls that each of the accounts with the player and whatever in the game world they are doing to the server. So you just intercept the call and do that. Well, it's just bug point. The developers of the game, big point games, something like that. It was, I remember. Now don't even call them big point. Well, it was the original. When I read the history of the game two streams ago, it was that one. Then they were acquired by the Chinese company Yosu or something like that. In that sense, so no. What I can say, regardless of the bugs, is that the physics of the game are quite good for the time it was originally released in. Like, it's still a good game though. As I was mentioning, precisely the physics of the game solved because we need to. I always mention this. We need to take into account the context. I know it will sound stupid, people. I know it will sound stupid, as I've said, but I mentioned this previously in previous parts of the streams with I came back to it recently, but on a new account because I sold my old one for 400 euros. Well, I mean, if you do that in Star Wars: Your Republic, the account is also banned because that's technically illegal selling accounts. I bet it is here, but no one cares. It's always the same. But, but yeah, but yeah. In that sense, uh, I remember when in Star Wars: New Republic they did that, and a lot of people got banned, and they did get banned. But yeah, pretty much. No, I was commenting the this game was released in a quite convoluted period of time. I don't know if you agree, but pretty much after the void left behind by Diablo 2 with 2D graphics, I was commenting. I do this. I analyze games like this. I analyze one topic per stream and then the final analysis, different aspects. It was in a quite convoluted period of time. If we think about it, the late 2000s for this genre, it wasn't as popular, this genre, as it is today. It was kind of like in a dormant state after the void left behind by by Diablo 2 in that sense of 2D. The transition to 3D for the isometric action RPG genre was quite convoluted. And in that sense, the fact that that the physics feel just like Titan Quest is an achievement in and of itself. Listen, you need to see map Maze of Blaze. It was released like 2-3 years ago, and it's bugged as fuck. Well, I don't doubt you that the game is bugged. I don't doubt you at all that the game is bugged. In Star Wars: The Republic, it's even worse. The servers sometimes go to shit from time to time. They do pay attention to people selling accounts. That yes, but it has the same problem. It has the same problem. I always said it. Online only games, I think, should be illegal in that sense, because all of this is because modders cannot precisely grab it and release the community patch and fix all of those things. For example, Skyrim and Oblivion got a lot of fixes because of that. By the way, you won't even reach level 100 if you only want to do the main story. Yeah, that's the idea, to get to level 50, whatever, and also you will have to grind a bit. Yeah, that, no problem. No problem about it. That's not a problem. I have no problem grinding about it. I finished Path of Exile, the main story, without a lot of issues. But yeah, because some quests are locked before you get them unlocked. The main story quests are locked. Yeah, that's why they don't appear sometimes. Yeah, but for the main story, I don't think I'll have to grind a lot. Maybe one day of grinding on stream, two, pretty much should solve it. So far, I haven't had to grind in that sense. Probably about 70 hours of grinding between the quests for level to unlock them all. If you'll do it, so 70 hours of grinding between the quests for the required level to unlock all of them. Ah, darn. Okay, but just the main story. Okay. Yeah, that's more or less what I played Drakensang. Sacred 2 was like that, and it wasn't online even, in that sense. You have the main story. Ah, okay. And maybe if I increase a bit the difficulty of the dungeons, will give me a bit more of experience or something like that. Oh well. We'll see, people. I like enjoying the journey. In that sense. Will give me time to analyze all of the aspects of the game better. In that sense. And at some point you'll have to sweat a bit for the main story. More difficult than Path of Exile, would you say? More difficult than Path of Exile finishing the main story. Path of Exile was tough. That one was tough. I didn't have to grind that much, but I had to put a bit of thought into the build. In that sense. I'll have to sweat. A bit. Well, I've done worse. I think I've done worse. Well. As long as it's not pay to win crazy. Because there's a quest where you need to kill like... Okay, there will be a quest. There's a quest where you need to kill like 10 mini bosses and unlock next quests. To unlock the next quest, sorry. And those mini bosses have 20 levels higher than yours. Okay. I get it. Okay. So there's a point of diminishing returns for the leveling curve in which it gets crazy. Okay. Then I will try not to skip side quests that much. Okay. Around which level is it going to be, roughly? Level 40, 50, something like that. Just to finish the main story. In that sense. Okay, around level 40, 50. Yeah, if they have the 20 levels, more no matter what. Okay. No matter your level. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. If you'll have 50, they'll have 70. If 70, they will have 90. Ah, okay, they scale automatically, regardless of yours. It's not a fixed level. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Alright. Okay. 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 Then I'll grind it, and otherwise, well, then I bet some of my viewers can also help me then if it gets way out of hand. If it gets way out of hand. But I don't think it will be quite a problem. Uh, I highly recommend you, if you like Drakensang Online, Sacred 2. Sacred 2. This quest is solo only. Yeah, the main story quest is solo only. Ah, but then you can do the farming. But then you can do the farming. Okay, in a group. Okay, I see the point. First you grind outside, then you go back, can do the quest. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. I see. I see. Ah, sorry, it held your message because it has the word followers. You could get farmed by your followers. No, no, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's because the bots use the word followers, so I have that one blocked. To get items like 45 levels high, no, they are not going to do that. No, they are not going to do that. No, 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 no. No, they are not like that. My community is probably the most polite you'll find on the platform. I assure you that's not the case. In fact, they have already offered me help with what was it that district mentioned to me? It was like giving me items that boost XP or something like that. I don't know. To get items to 45 levels higher. No, 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 no. No, don't worry, don't worry. You could get farmed by followers. No, 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 no. Also, sorry that it blocked your word. Is because the bots uh, use it. No, 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 no. Not like they would farm by killing you. They would help you get items 45 levels higher than yours. Yeah, so they would help me. Okay, 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 okay. Not like they would farm by killing you. They would help you get items 45 levels high. Ah, well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that. Something like that. If it gets way out of hand, in that sense, uh, I maybe it will work. But no, the focus of my streams, Umbra, is the analysis of the game itself. I know it's in that sense, it's quite different compared to the dynamic that you could potentially find on Twitch most of the time. But you'll see that I have a kind of like a shared cohesive pattern between all of the variety games that I stream. For example, I compare, as I've said, the relationship between the level design and the influence on the gameplay mechanics. For example, the fact that it has narrow passages like in here or in Hellgate London, and that causes a natural source of the difficulty. Or I don't know. For example, today, last time I played against Kalis, the second boss of the game, and I talked about today about the relationship between the usage of potions and the gameplay mechanics. The fact that in Diablo 3 you have a cooldown on the potions, and this one you have red orbs on the ground, and that affects the positioning when doing the boss fight. But even with items like those, it's about 20 minutes fight without breaks on this quest. Well, the boss fight with Callus took me 40 minutes with the shitty equipment. 40 minutes it took me. In the previous boss, it's still up for some more hours. Sadly, I can only have them up for for 7 days until I hit 50 followers. Otherwise, I want to hit that to finally extend the VOD the VOD storage to 15. Damn it! It's the second time today that this shit happens. Map creation failed. Please try again later. Error code. Please contact customer support. Yeah, Fly Energies and Patrick already told me, other two viewers previously, that that can happen. My lord. Well, Kali is easy as fuck in comparison to these quests mini boss. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Well, it will be an interesting experiment then for you to see if I can, if I can do it in that sense. If I can do it in that sense, yeah, it will be an interesting experiment then. That's the joy, watching the watching the streamer the struggle to see how he improves, I guess. No. It's that basically it wasn't easy because I had shitty gear, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It will be an interesting spectacle at least. It will be an interesting spectacle. Also, I want to measure the difficulty that the game does have. Like, try to go onto any map and fight on infernal difficulty. It'll be something like that. I'm capped by the level. Ah, right, you're on the other server. It's this one. It's this one. It's Grim. Okay, this is the other server. This is the other server you were. Okay, it's the other European server. Okay, it's the other European server. Yeah, I basically chose. The person told me to choose Heredur, because it's where the other viewer played and well mentioned it was the most populated. But I see that they are pretty much the same. Go to the King's Hill. You should be able to get onto infernal difficulty in Hagastove Grotto. No, I believe you. I believe you that it will be quite tough. Huh? Don't think that I don't believe you. I know it will be tough, but well, if it gets impossible, I guess I stop the gameplay and pretty much uh, do the final analysis and wrap it up there. Just try. Yeah, sure. To King's Hill and be able to infernal difficulty. Okay. You mean it would be proportional to what I would encounter? Okay, yeah, one hit kills. Yeah, worse. I think it could be as terrible as Westminster Catacombs on Hellgate, London. That one was brutal. I remember. I did master mode Knights of the Fallen Empire in Star Wars: The Old Republic. You have a clip here in the channel. I imagine it must be something like, if you can't go onto Infernal in Hagstone, just go into highest difficulty in Hagstone. You can. The viewer advised me specifically not to do that because I would get killed. Oh well, let's see. Let's see your experiment. I love experiments like those. If you can't go into Infernal in Hagastove, just go into the difficulty. Okay. So, King's Hill. First one you said was King's Hill. Infernal difficult. Hagastone Grotto. Burning. Is the other one. Here. Has to be more or less over here. Press the arrow. Lift up. Press the arrow. Yeah. Where is Hagastone Grotto? It was more or less over here. Yep. Here. This one. Okay. Can't. No, Bloodshed, no. You said Infernal. Level 29. Go to King's Hill. Don't spend gold. Yeah. Level 29. Doesn't let me. Up to Fatal. Try one lower. Fatal. Yeah, well, but my gear is not ready for this, of course. It'll be similar experience. Yeah, I was going to try something like this at some point. Ah, shit. Yeah, the journey will cost you. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I still don't have the gear. Once I have the gear... Hey, District, how's it going? Yo, hello district. How's it going? Precisely here, uh, Umbra was recommending me to try it on a higher difficulty. Good. Good. Yeah. Are you stuck or what is happening? Umbra here is asking me. I know, I just want you to try how hard this quest is going to be. But with better gear, I bet it won't be that much. Finishing the main story. He's mentioning to me to try the Hagstone Grotto on high difficulty to see how tough it will be by the end of the main story. Is on the left. Okay. So I can have a taste of what it is at a high difficulty. It's on the right. There. Well, my bad. XD. Nowhere. No worries. Precisely. And I can imagine it must be like going to Path of Exile, increasing the difficulty without that. Travels with direction. Well, for endgame players, hardest difficulty is as easier as normal mode. Yeah, but pretty much finishing the main story, I think I should be able to, in that sense. If it gets way out of hand, yeah, but that's right. If it gets way out of hand, District, then yes, I can. He was suggesting to farm a bit in a group. Yes, I can do that, and 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 then get the experience worth that grotto. I would have paid the four thingies. I can help. Well, yeah, like that, pretty much. If it gets way out of hand to the point I cannot finish even the main story, like that, so you can get some gear. Bottom right of the map. It's to the south. Yes, it can be like that. No problem. Though he mentioned to me that Umbra you play on the other one. Okay, let's see. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see. To see the experiment. I bet it is going to be a one-hit kill because of the shitty gear I have right now. But in terms of the analysis, I was commenting District the. Okay, I did this one on normal difficulty. Yeah, one hit you die. Okay, then I just have to not get hit. Let's see. It's going to be a nice experiment. Do they die? Ah, of course they don't die because of my shitty gear. Okay, yeah, there's no point. They are not taking damage. Ah, they are taking some damage though, huh? Why didn't that kill me? What if I break their armor with my new abilities? Ah, no. Hey, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, all things considered, eh? Wait. No, it didn't kill me in one blow. Ah, you said one above it. I can help you one run and get you good gear to continue. Yeah, no, don't worry, Disher. If it gets out of hand, yeah, I would actually recommend that. Okay. Yeah, no, as you can see, as you can see, Umbra, as I told you, if it gets way out of hand, as I've said, of course, preferably District or anyone, as I've said, watching you can get insane gear on higher difficulty, like good stats. Yeah, it didn't kill me. Well, it's not that bad. Huh? It's quite, in fact, it's not that out of hand. Huh? But yeah, you can get insane gear for higher stat items. You need to do a higher difficulty. Yeah, but so far I don't think it will be out of hand, Umbra. I think I'll be able to finish the main story and just the main story and get to my final analysis. In that sense, I don't think it's weird to look at the game with the camera so close to the player. Yeah, but you mod it, but I just tell you, be careful because from a specific high, what's this? It has a chat now. Ah, but it has to be kind of like a general chat for everyone. From specific high. It's weird to look at the game with the camera so close to the player. Yeah, but as I've told you, it's me specific. District, that's you. That's you. How do I reply to you? How do I reply to you? And this is the main chat. Yeah. From a specific what? No, it's district. It's district. Is precisely he's the viewer I commented you previously that that asked me to do a review of this game. District is he's an old, amazing, kind guy, a viewer of the channel. Precisely. He's this one. This is a. There we go. Hey, district. Hey, district. Look at that. So you are a specific district. Smiley face. Look at that. I can finally see you. I can finally see you in game. No, first I will do the main story. First I will do the main story. No, don't want you to waste your time unless it's really needed. The mode's pretty good though. I can literally see even 10 times more than you. Yes, but Umbra, I know you trust that they don't have any any anti-cheat stuff, but if they find if they find it, they could ban ya. It's like that. Except the group invite on left. This one, yeah. A guy also did so. No, but no. It will break the difficulty for the main story district. There you are. There you are, district. Oh, you are all red. Look at that. You are like a gnome. Steam Machina. Look at that. You are all red. No. But will it at least zero? Yeah, but they are never doing permabans. XD at least zero. Not at the first fight. Okay, district. But if it's going to break the normal the normal difficulty, no. Only if I really need it. Don't waste your time unless I really need it. If I need it, I will ask you. I will ask you. I thank you eternally, but if I leave, will not break. It won't give me a crazy amount of experience. You say, okay, let's do it then. Then guide me wherever you like then. I mean, I love playing with you. In that sense, with me. You will level up like crazy with me. No, but if then the game is crazy, you will only gain some. If then I can one shot enemies, if then I can one shot enemies, to the point it makes the stream boring. Go highest difficulty you can. Then no, it still needs to be somehow of a challenge for me. Then how do I close this shit? There, because anyways the your messages appear there. Fatal. I just do one run so you can continue quest. Oh no, highest difficulty. He won't even get gear. Can run here. Okay. You're going to clear the whole dungeon. Go. Look at that, people. I love watching District on stream. It's absolutely amazing. I love watching him on stream. To the point it doesn't make me super powerful and okay, I need to see where I need to follow this trick and that's it. I love watching you on stream doing all of the crazy stuff. Yeah, a viewer the first day did the same and I stopped because otherwise it gets way too easy and it goes out and it gets out of hand, then it's way too easy for the rest of the game. Alright, I'll try to follow you, District. I'll just try to follow you. 13 movement speed versus 6 or 7. Yeah. District is alongside flying energies. They are like the kings of the game, pretty much. And yeah, I'm analyzing the game because precisely he asked me. Smiley, because precisely he asked me to do my metaphysical analysis that I was commenting to you about previously. That I analyze things like the gameplay mechanics and everything, and District found my streams playing the original Drakensang long ago, and afterwards he asked me if I could with drakensangonline. In that sense, 1 million damage. He's asking you, District, if you can do. If you can listen, District, here Umbra is asking you if you deal 1 million damage or how much, more or less. 1 million hand, he says. 1 million in hand. I've already at least learned how to use my key bindings in that sense. XD, beautiful. Yeah. District and flying energies, they are like the kings of of the game. Though today flying energies mentioned a guy called Ivar. He mentioned earlier a guy called Ivar. Ah, look at that, he can do that. Maybe I can teleport there. Hey, I have to try those physics. You can keep going, Dietrich, don't worry about me. Yeah, you can do that, look at that, see? Watch and learn. Look at that. Look at that. The physics. 2 years ago, my 800k mage was insane. Uh, yeah, pretty much. I look at that. With that, I will unlock the ability that flying energies mentioned to me. That will give me the other one. I some area of effect kill me. There we go. No problem. XZ. And now dwarf with 1 hour 1 minute cooldown. XD. If you can read this trick, the chat in that case, he's mentioning to you about the other elements of the game. The elements of the game. XD. Yeah, he's clearing the whole dungeon. He's ready and clearing the whole dungeon. One hand weapon. Okay, 1 hand, 1 million, 1 minute cooldown, probably. Yeah, 1 minute cooldown, in that sense. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. See, Umbra, I mentioned to you that precisely. Done. Okay. Now we exit district, you lead the way. I think I have a mount. Don't worry, I won't make you wait endlessly. Hey, that one is like... Wait, that bear... That bear is a copy of a book, huh? Of Yorick Bernison from the Golden Compass, from the Dark Materials trilogy. It's from a book. It's exactly the same. Okay, now we exit. Damn it. Yeah, it's the same. It's from the No, the movie is taken from a book district, which is this one. Look at this. Here I have your bear. I love it. It's a British book. It's a British book. Is this one? Well, this one is in Spanish. This one is in Spanish. But the movie was an adaptation of this book. It's the Golden Compass. It's in Spanish. It's called the Dark Materials trilogy. Look at this one. Here's your bear. Look at this. It was a promotional toy that came with it. This one is your bear. It's Yorick Bernison. Look at this. And you have... It's a trilogy district, you know, if you like the movie, huh? It doesn't end there. And you have the TV series. Look at these ones. Look at these ones. This one is a second one. This one is a second one. Look at this district. It's the dagger. This one is the dagger. This is the continuation. And then it ends up with this one. Which is the gold... I don't remember the name. The spyglass or something like that. The golden spyglass, something like that. But if you Google the Dark Materials trilogy, you'll find it. Now I read the messages. You know that it's taken from that one. You know. Sorry, I didn't. District, how many eggs? You already got 0 XD. I'm free to play. You haven't used the glitch? Nope. I see. I see about the books. My friends got even 20 with no penalty. I didn't know, man. Damn, not like people who used Underman glitch for the in-game currency. There, they are talking about the in-game currency. I spend 0 on my account. I grind hard. I do the same with Star Wars: The Republic, though I had to have many years in that sense. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. With level 28, I don't want to break the game. Thanks, District, always. If it gets out of hand, no problem. I only want premium, many years. Well, they are enjoying their time with the memories. No worries, no, thank you, District, thank you, and if at the end of the day, then you enjoy my final analysis of the game or the analysis that I've done so far, well worth it because I'm loving the game. If it gets out of hand, I can help you farm gear. Thank you, District. Hey. Thank you. No, I want to be challenged. Last time I fought Kelis, I was going to comment you, District. It will definitely get out of hand, District. Oh, bro. on the underworld quest. Well, we'll see. It will be a nice experiment for the three of us. A smiley face of this trick. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Last time I fought Callus, I was going to commend you this trick. That you were asking me if I like the game so far or not. I wanted to comment you. I did by the end of the stream. If you want to watch, it's about to get erased because of the stupid 70 days cap of for us under 50 followers. But I think it will be up for some more hours. I was going to comment you. And precisely the topic of analysis for today that I did with. How was the Callus fight? Well, I hope it's still up. I think you still have it, huh? If you rush. It's about to expire. You have some few hours, I think, to watch it. Sorry once again to you. I do think you will perform on Baylor Fight XD. Umbra, we will manage. I've done worse. I can give you. Wait a second, because then you'll see. Hang on, people. We'll do a bit of a pause. This tray was going to comment. The Callus boss fight. I can see why you love the game so much, because precisely the topic that I commented today throughout the stream. Then maybe if you like, you can watch it or not. But then the way they handled the usage of potions was amazing for that Callus boss fight, because I didn't use potions. I just used the red circles that were dropped, but that affected the positioning on the battlefield. The level design was affected by the healing system of the game. Is fascinating. I can see why you liked that so much in that sense. I mean, at some point you just lick the boss and he's dead XD. We'll see. It cannot be that bad. I can show you something good though. I can give you a nice spectacle. It's not this game that you all love so much. Yes, it's still up, huh? This trick, it's still up. 7 days, you have some hours. I don't know when it will expire. Sorry that once again. Look at this one. Wait, Look at this one. I know it's a totally different game, so you won't be able to have a direct comparison. But this one, look at this one. Just so you see that I am, at least I am. I'm not a pro, but I am. I am stubborn about beating the bosses. Look at that one. At least the APM. Look that APM. Unless we are speaking about Mortis, BGH, or Ancestral Ruins. That's the main game I always play. This is the drakensangonline that I played. More or less that APM. Hey, this is another Yorick Burnish, and this one has the exact same armor. So this trick, if you like those, I recommend you the book of the movie. Was great, huh? By the way, the movie was great, The Golden Compass, but it's based on the book. Now you have also the Netflix TV series, huh? By the way, but we were more or less I watched the movie and the TV show. Well, then you will enjoy but they are not finished. You need the dagger and the gold and the spyglass. You need the dagger and the spyglass because both are based on the first book, on that book, on the Golden Compass. The story finishes with the dagger and the spyglass. I won't say anything else, and you will have the original version. I didn't read the book. No, the movie covers the book more or less, and the series as well. I played the Golden Compass in it. You played the PS2 one, but if you read they don't end. The TV show and the movie, they have kind of like cliffhangers as the ending. Also the game on the PS2 because it's based on the movie. No, PC one. There was a PC version. Didn't know that. It must be quite good. Then we can play that. That one would be interesting. It's a British novel for those of you who don't know. It's a British novel, by Philip Pullman. Philip Pullman was a profound atheist writer in that sense, and he knew about philosophy, and he is like a modern incarnation of William of Ockham's. The book is an allegory in philosophy of William of Ockham's fight against precisely the Italian Thomas Aquinas in Middle Ages. I think I still have the physical version somewhere of the PC version of the Golden Compass. Let me check the journal with the next one. We had one almost that one. Okay, the Harbor. It was more or less the zone where I was questing over there. Let me grab the stone and continue talking about that one. The harbor, it was the other one. It was here more or less. Burning coal. We were all we were more or less over here. Harbor. By the way, do you want the Drakensang online camera mode that actually works? I wouldn't like to be. It's in Russian though. I thank you a lot, Ambra, but I wouldn't like to be banned. I know that you will tell me that pretty much I won't get banned or anything, and I always thank the amazing work of modders like that, but I wouldn't like to be banned. Just for the main story, I won't risk that. I just arrived to the game. I don't want to be banned immediately. I know that you say that they don't have now one, but it's the. Please understand, I'm a lawyer. I see that the limit is right there, in that sense. So no, this is a dungeon. It was the other one. Where were we? Oh well, whatever. We'll drop here. No. This one is no. This one. We're here. Yeah, I get that. It's just that on top of that, it's just hard as fuck to find it. Yeah, no, I imagine, but also the thing that I am streaming publicly with my face, and if the devs can want to find it, they can find me in 2 seconds, pretty much. Even if I am not at the top of the category, they can find me in 2 seconds, and I wouldn't like to cause any trouble in general. I don't like not many people using this mode. No, I wouldn't like to cause any trouble in that sense. I try to be as polite as possible. I wouldn't like to cause any trouble right at the beginning. Hey, there we go. There, I found the main quest. There be dragons. Let's get straight to it now that we got the farming, because it's really hard to find a usable one. Well, maybe not me, not me, because I'm streaming publicly. I don't want to cause any trouble. But I don't know. Maybe district, you would like the mod because it gives you an advantage at the end of the day. But I know, but oh shit. No, well, no, because district showed his character on screen. District is not going to get the mod in that sense. Never, never, never. No, in that sense. So yeah, there. That could be no. I won't use that while streaming public. I don't want to cause trouble. I don't want to cause trouble. Please understand it. I bet it's amazing. I bet it's amazing for Sacred 2 also. To be honest, it's just quality of... No, I know it's just quality of life, but developers can label it as what they want. It's just legal issue. I would say. I don't know. It's just legal issue like that, in that sense. But I bet it's amazing. I don't deny that it's amazing. I had one for Sacred 2, for example, and I bet it must be quite good, but it could be considered, well, the developers could consider it, and though I agree with you that it's quality of life, that it can be considered cheating in that sense. Okay, was going to comment you district on the other note, for example, and Ambra as well, that the Calyx boss fight, the influence of the topic that I'm treating today. All right, let me lower this shit. What about this one? This one would be an interesting intermediate challenge. I think District got off. Ah, true. District got off. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then I'll tell him next time. You could go on painful, Umbra. Okay, sure. Yes, it's true. He had to go, bro. Yeah. I think on painful it should be okay. Enemies only 5 levels high. Yeah, that would be a sweet spot. Like a sweet spot? Let's see. Let's test this. So, well, anyways, Umbra, I was mentioning precisely 33, yeah. Yeah, I can handle this shit. So far. I bet you are laughing at what awaits me, but no worries. You are laughing at what awaits me in that sense. But no worries, no worries. We'll figure it out. Also, I'm not using potions. I consider that, people. If I were to grab some potions, it would be easier, I guess. Oh, but okay. Yeah, it's a bit tougher. It's a bit tougher, but it's not kind of like out of hand. You definitely won't kill the boss. You should try Ice Mage. I still don't have that level. Let's do it normal, and I'll crank up the difficulty as fast as possible. Okay. Quest cancelled? No, I didn't cancel anything just because I got killed. What's the meaning of that? There we go. Anyways, I wanted the main story quest. That one's the main story quest. In that sense, you can break 100% of the enemy defense. Okay, I'll try it then. I don't have the level. I think I need 31. Another viewer told me previously. Flying Energies told me previously about breaking the armor. That's what I'm. But I need. It was here with this one, with Frost Nova. But I still don't have the level. I need it to be 31. Well, I can break the armor, but not use the Frost Nova yet. In that sense, but as I was mentioning, precisely Umbra, it's best from level 55 on 40, the best possible, but it's decent on lower ones. Yeah, precisely in that sense. The idea is that, as I was mentioning, I analyze the games. For example, I was talking about how amazing it was. Was about to go into this. He probably went to watch the VOD before it's deleted or something, because it's like that. And precisely in the Calyx boss fight, the fact that the healing orbs are dropped like that, it's an amazing relationship of the usage of potions and the gameplay mechanics. Imagine if you could just spam. Can you spam potions? By the way, go to the settings. Wait, hang on. I have a question. Ambra. The potions, can you use them indiscriminately? Because so far I haven't used potions. Or do they have a cooldown? If the potions have a cooldown, because I wanted to know that. Hang on a second. For the analysis, there we go. Cooldown. Go into the fight tab. Right tab, probably. Combat settings. Bane Death, how's it going, Bane Death? How's it going? And turn on the enemy HP on health. Thank. No, but I don't like that. I don't like that generally a lot. I don't like that. Show health points. You mean this one? I have missed you, Bane Death. A pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel sticking out the front of his pants. The bartender looks at him and asks, "Hey, you have a steering wheel sticking out of the front of your pants?" The pirate looks at him and says, "Arg, it's driving me nuts." Good, mate, good one. Turn on the enemy HP bars. This one, right? The health point. Hello, Bane. I have missed you. No, Bane. If you would read the chat, in star. Yep. Okay. Umbra. Okay. There I got it. There I got it. The exact health points. Thank you. Yeah. That makes a whole lot of difference. Bane, how have you been? I'm playing Drakensang and Star Wars Republic on Thursdays. I played. I'm creating a new tune, but right now I'm working on trying to get the wings. I'm farming. I'm already in Ambra, for you, Bane Death is a viewer from Star Wars: The Republic, my favorite game that I talked to you about. Is my favorite game full time, and he and I play Star Wars: The Republic on Thursdays and Drakensang on Tuesdays, precisely. And and yeah, he helped me with Master Mode Knights of a Fallen Empire, and precisely, if you played with the chat, we'll turn it to normal. We'll turn it down to normal. Bane Death. I prefer 2D games or TT turn-based, maybe? Turn-based? TT is turn-based. I have no clue what this game is. I just want to hear you break it down. Also, in the end, you liked my analysis, Bane Deaths. Top down game, like with the camera like this. Flying Energies asked me, Umbra, about that one. Also, you like my dissections, Bane Death. You like my dissections in the end. With all of the thing. Yeah. The thing is that generally game reviewers, well, I've commented it several times. When they say why a game is good or bad, right? Or for you the same, Umbra. If you read any game reviews, they say why is it good or bad, and they start making comparisons. And I mentioned this. Comparisons are relative definitions. They are relative definitions at the end of the day. They are not absolute definitions. And they start saying, for example, imagine I say Titan Quest is good because Diablo 2 is good and Titan Quest is like Diablo 2. I'm not giving you an absolute definition. It's always relative. Well, I never read them. That's the thing. That's the thing. You don't read them because you don't trust the source. That's what I try to fix with my stream. Because imagine if I tell you, as I said, with this one or with Star Wars: The Republic, imagine I tell any of you, Drakensang Online is a Diablo clone. I'm not defining anything. I mentioned this during the second stream. During the second stream, Drakensang Online, because by reading them, I realized that they are bullshit XD. I think the same. See, we're all. That's the purpose of my channel, exactly. So, well, here I have the final analysis in case you want to watch mine. It's not about reading, but listening to me like this, and I'll let you judge if they are shit or not. No. I'm no special guy, but at least I can tell you this. What I warranty. I will always give you objective logical reasons as to why I consider a specific element of the game good or bad. In that sense, I can warranty you that. Precisely as I was mentioning. Imagine if I told you this, right? Bane Death and Umbra. Imagine I tell any of you this. The Titan Quest, Diablo, Drakensang Online is good because, as you can see here, it's like a Diablo clone, and because Diablo 2 is good, then Titan Quest, then Drakensang Online is good. It's a relative comparison. It's not an absolute comparison because I'm not defining. And relative comparisons, you cannot define with relative comparisons. You have to define with absolute comparisons. When I said the game is good because it has a proper relationship in the efficiency of the level design with the gameplay mechanics. The passages are narrow, CR is objective. The passages are narrow, and because of that, it reduces your capability. Now I read reduces your capability of maneuvering objectively, and because of that, there's a natural source of the difficulty that makes it good or bad. Hey, we have to open those. But in my opinion, they are useless for me unless the person who's writing them doesn't have 1,000+ hours. Well, but if the game is much shorter, I don't think he needs 1,000 hours. For example, well, you can watch in the YouTube tab of my review vault. There you have all of my reviews. Some games, for example, offline I'm talking about. Offline games don't require so many hours. For example, Umbra. Like the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics, if you can finish the game in 20 hours if it's offline story, which is what I do in a lot of cases, you can comprehend total of it. Yeah, but for games like DSO, Terraria, Black Desert, etc., no, those yes. That's why, as I've said, I generally I do variety of offline ones, and from time to time an online one. Well, in the case of Star Wars: The Republic, Death can tell you how much I love it, and yeah. By the way, Death, before I forget, uh, could you fix the part of the chat not being read, because otherwise then I cannot contact the love hate law. Yeah, it's like that. Could you fix the part of the chat, because otherwise I cannot even talk to you. And you were offline in a lot of cases. You were offline there in Star Wars Republic. Yeah, it's a love hate relationship in that sense. But yeah, what chat? The chat window of Star Wars: The Republic that you mentioned to me that you don't read it, and because of that, I had to send you mails to do some dungeons, for example. You mentioned it to me last time. In that sense, the chat of Sutor of Star Wars: The Republic that you mentioned to me that you couldn't read. If it got fucking fixed, finally. Going back to the other one, for games like Terraria, Black Desert, and etc. The case of online only games. All right, I have to go back there. In the case of online only games, yes, I agree. Oh lol, I'm sorry. I thought I have been playing Diablo 3 for 2 weeks. Ah, so you were playing Diablo 3. Yeah. So you like isometric action RPG games as well. Ah, Diablo 3. Well, that's a game that I criticize a lot, though Ambra here said that he loves it some minutes ago. Diablo 3. I don't like it because it created a paradigm shift. I like Terraria, for example. There are people that are saying that this game is too hard and it's bullshit. Well, I think that it's too easy, but I have over 13k hours in it, and I beat it on the highest possible difficulty 3 times. So it was master mode, and for the worthy seed with character on hardcore, which is removed upon death. It's like a like hardcore Diablo 2 in that sense. Uh, so you like Terraria? You know how Terraria is? For anyone watching this as a YouTube poll, it's like 2D. I don't like games like that, like that one, and it's like you excavate the ground in 2D and you beat bosses. It's a roguelike. It has roguelike elements, and and basically it's not the genre I like, for example, but it's pretty much like that, and you start developing with different runs. In that sense, the one I liked was Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain, somehow similar. It has some similar elements, the 2D, etc. But I like Risk of Rain better because it's more like Destiny in that sense. As for equivalence to Diablo 3, Bane Death, I was recommending precisely Umbra. It's a game that I criticize a lot because of how it handles the source of the difficulty. Precisely one of the topics that I talked about when I was analyzing here Drakensang Online. The source of the difficulty in Diablo 3, I think, is artificial, and I think the physics are way too floaty and hack and slashy, to the point it created a paradigm shift in the genre, and it made it so fast that it incorporated hack and slash mechanics, and then I like many kinds of games, as well as Tibia. About 9 years ago, I was top 50 with level in Tibia. Well, Tibia was an old one. I didn't get to experience it. I am World of Warcraft and Star Wars: The Republic timer in that sense, not that one. But I can recommend you like RuneScape. That is also old school, like that one. If you like RuneScape, there's an amazing game that you have to play, because it's a modern incarnation of RuneScape. It's called Grimoire Cursebreaker. It's new. It's not something. Baindeath. Well, got mad at Sutor because I wasted 65k 65k tech frags and was in a rush, logged onto another character, played till 65k. The tech fragments, for those of you who don't know, is is the currency used for the end game PvE gear, for the operations gear. Now I read the well, I'm young though. I'll be turning 20 this year. The Umbra. Well, no problem. I'm 29. I'm 29, and generally, as I've said, my audience is generally older than me over at YouTube as well. So yeah, sorry, Vaynes, it was 65k more. The tech fragments are used to buy the best PvE gear for operations. Then switched to upgrade relic again and found out I bought the wrong upgrade and couldn't get the frags back. Timed out. It happened to me that. It happened to me once with an implant for the Juggernaut for the Sith Warrior. That's 16k frags is nothing. If you like, I can help you get them back. And I also need it. I'm about to finish Rakata gear. Well, but I mean, I'll be 20 year XD, but I see a lot of older people are playing Drakensang online. No, don't think like that. It's the as I told you earlier. It's the I was telling another viewer who was also quite young some minutes ago. It was before you when it was Flying Energies, and it was Patrick. Patrick was the name. He had a different user, but Patrick that followed today, precisely with Flying Energies. He was also quite young, and I was playing with my friend Zarek, who's 74 years old, and my friend Beata, who's 48, and I was also playing with her son. I'm up to. 13 Paragon on Crusader on Diablo 3. No, I was going to comment you, Baindeath, because of the chat. Because of the chat, I cannot tell you if you would like to join Ops in Star Wars: New Republic. Those fragments that you lost, I started doing Ops, by now. I started doing Ops. The operations are like the raids in Star Wars: New Republic. I started doing Ops. I'm only 4 pieces of Rakata gear away from max 344. You just need to do Ops. If you have a sub active, in a 60-day period, I doing ops. You can get them easily. You can get them easily. I fix that easily. You can find Pago. That's why I was telling you. I wanted to tell you to join me. If you are paying a sub, join me, and we can do the ops. We can join the ops groups. Story mode is easier than flashpoints. I'm almost at maximum to see if my PvP friends can help me with the wings in that sense. But you can do it to have the max gear and then farm much faster. You can get those frags in one run, in one day. Just stop doing flashpoints and do raids. Bane Death. By the way, if you want to upgrade your inventory size, don't upgrade it slot. I upgraded it only once, like this. But I'm still sub till much. No, then you're wasting time. If you're still subbed, Bane Death. Only by the first one is what I did. No, it wasn't 2000. Umbra, it was 1500, I think, for me. I already bought it. I bought it some minutes ago, precisely. Here. Baindeth, you're wasting time regarding Star Wars: New Republic. You are... if you are doing flashback, you need to do operations, story mode. The ones on the ops... The ones... And after that, try to get 10k, saving 1200, and you'll get 3. So you say the inventory upgrades slot by slot. You mean instead of doing this, going one by one? Okay, there has to be an item that expands it one by one. Got it. Thank you, Umbra. Okay, we'll expand it one by one. Okay, you have to... It's an item. It's an item, Umbra. That not like one by one. Not like one slot by one slot. Like this. One expansion. No. It's like this. One... Going to the shop. Never went into the shop. Here. On top. The inventory expansions. General, potions, inventory equipment, expansions. It has to be somewhere over here. General. An inventory expansion, you mean? Then I shall do ops, but as for now, I have been awake since 3 AM and it's almost 8 PM, so my pillow is singing to me right now, Bane Death, and look for it. Okay. Now I look for it. It is in general for 10k Undermanned. I presume. Baindeth, thank you for visiting and appreciating the dissections I do of all of the games. In case you have to go, do the ops on Fleet Chat. Stay on Fleet Chat. Stay on Fleet Chat because it will fix that problem. What you lost, don't get mad at the game. You can recover it in one day, one or two ops or two operations. Now I get it to it, Umbra, about the inventory expansion. Um, do operations on Fleet Chat. Pay attention to Fleet Chat when they say forming ops, looking for DPS. Join. No Discord needed. No crazy voice chat needed. Just join, and it's easier than Flashpoint. Only story mode. Don't go for veteran unless you have pretty good gear. And you in 2 months you will have max gear. I did it only some weeks and it's max gear. Maybe the only problem is that maybe there's some scarcity of groups forming, of operation groups forming, but but do that and you're solved. Okay, where is the general, more or less? Damn, 2 months for max gear? Yes, for farming. Yes, 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 yes. That's fast as fuck. Yeah, yeah, it's a Star Wars Republic. It's the other game, my favorite game. Grinding Diablo 3 has been therapeutic, just mindless playing. Well, Diablo 3 is a game that I criticize a lot because of the source of the difficulty. Ambra here also played it, he was mentioning it to me. I criticize Diablo 2 to death because of several reasons. First, the source of the difficulty is completely artificial because it's just increasing the damage of the mob instead of being organic and natural, like being surrounded by enemies and killed. I don't like the source of the difficulty. I don't know. I don't like how the source of the difficulty works in Diablo 3. In Drakensang, you sometimes take over 6 months and sometimes years, even if you are premium, even if you are subbed, because what I'm mentioning to him is subbed. You have to pay $15 for each month for the game. In 2 months, you can get doing operations. If you have a legacy, let's say it could take you 3, 4 months playing every day, you can get max Rakata gear, you can get the max PvE, player versus environment, for anyone watching over at YouTube. Travel items, essences, potions. Has to be somewhere over here. Okay. Can I mean, by spending about no 1,200 euros, you can get max gem. Euros is a bit more expensive than dollar last time I checked, or was it the same, more or less? There are still a lot of things. No, that's crazy. No, no, that's crazy. No, Drakensang Online. That's why I'm only doing the main story. No, 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 that's crazy. No, no, no. Just in Star Wars Republic, let's say 4 months of subscription, $60, the price of a full game, and you can get some items, only one warranted by year, and you need 15 of them. Well, yeah, I've had viewers, not only District but Patrick some minutes ago, and as well as Flying Energies tell me that yeah, it gets extremely grindy. No, that's why I do variety stream, because if you get stuck with only one game, then you cannot see the you cannot establish comparisons with others of the same genre and etc. Then I will look for the inventory expansion. Maybe, unless you can tell me exactly where it is. You mentioned to me more or less here. Here it doesn't appear under general tab. Maybe it has to do with being premium or something like that shit. But no, that's crazy. The amount of money in Star Wars Republic is general, and scroll down. Ah, okay, okay. You can scroll down. Essences, universal map, key, inventory expansion. This one. This one. Let me take a screenshot. There, a screenshot so I remember where it is more or less. 10k, okay. Times 3, perfect. Thank you. Got it. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. This one is the best option. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see because the price of the normal one was here 4,000. It's half of it and it's only one. Yeah, definitely. But in 2 months there is anniversary event. No, no, as I said, roughly the game we are talking about, Ambra, just so you more or less get an idea, is Star Wars: Your Republic. You pay a subscription of $50, and on it you can get some from Progress Bar. Okay, okay, got it, got it. Got it. Got it with the event. But no, I'm not doing that. As I said, I as Bane the Fan District have mentioned to you, I dissect games. And as far as I can finish the main story and get to the crazy final analysis, just in case you have the review vault and even here on Twitch you have the final analysis of Sacred 2 as a VOD, just under the videos tab, you can see what I do. I just play up to the main, I finish the main game and then switch, get to the final analysis, and then switch because otherwise, as I've said, then you cannot establish objective comparisons between games that belong to the same genre. If you're reading quests, then don't worry, it will take you those 2 months reading the quests somehow, yeah, more or less. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Sacred 2 took me 1 year, 1 year of streaming, and it was an offline game without pay to win mechanics, without anything, just how massive the game world was. Sacred 2. That's why I recommend it to you when you enter the stream. Sacred 2. You and Patrick as well, if he's also watching. I recommend it to both of you. Sacred 2. It's the pinnacle of gaming software German engineering, I think. Sacred 2. Another old viewer of the channel recommended it to me, and that is also over at Discord, and and he mentioned it to me uh, precisely. Uh, the Sacred 2 was amazing. Also, there's a location that has main story quests, but is somehow side. But it has those yellow main story quests. You can somehow skip it, though. No, they're only the required thing to beat. Okay, people, Bane Death, sorry that you arrived at this hour and I have to go. Same for you, Ambra. I started earlier thanks to all of the people that visited today, to Flying Energies, to District, to Patrick, to Phantom, DSO, to you, Bane Death, and to you, Ambra. I think to the 6 of you and the rest of the people that watched lurking without chatting, but thanks from the bottom of my heart. Special thank. I was playing DSO for 12 hours today. Well, well. I'm glad that you liked the game, that you could sell your account, or was it the other person? I think it was you. He in no way. I think it was Patrick. Patrick sold his first account. Could it be, or it was you? It was you for you. There, yeah. uh, Professional unemployment. Patrick mentioned that to me. Another viewer that sold it. Yeah, it was you. It was you. Because Patrick mentioned something like that to me as well. Some minutes ago at the beginning of the stream. Another viewer, same thing. That the game had a lot of. It was quite addictive. Okay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course. To all of you. Uh, Bendis, of course. Also, if you are watching it as a bot, then also Misia. I'll be playing Star Wars: The Republic on Thursdays, and I'm making money by grinding and selling those accounts. Says Ambra. Okay, Ambra. Yeah, I get the point. I get the point. I get the point. It happened in a lot of other games. Sorry that I have to go. Ambra, it was a pleasure chatting with you. About 200 euros monthly. Well, that's crazy, and it would be illegal. Not much, but something. Good night. It was a pleasure, and well, just that in case you can see you would like to see the dissection I do, I will dissect the game every Tuesday and on Thursdays Star Wars: The Old Republic, precisely. Thank you, Umbra, for following the channel, for being the 42nd follower of the channel. I do these dissections, and I will keep going until I finish. Sorry, I will beat it. You'll see that I will beat it. And yeah, I do it. I play it on Tuesdays. Pretty much, I will continue until I can dissect everything. Thanks for all of the insights and the help to Fly Energies, to District, and to you, Umbra, and to Patrick, to the 4 of you. It's incredible how welcoming the community of this game is, without a doubt. It's absolutely amazing. and I'm enjoying so far as a conclusion, people. I'm enjoying my time playing the game a lot with all of you. Good luck. You will struggle. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. You will be able to verify if that is the case. I've beaten a lot. Quite worse. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Bro. See ya. A pleasure meeting you, and see you everyone else on for everyone else for playing this just in case. On Thursday I will play Star Wars: Your Republic. I will continue with the Trooper storyline. With the Trooper storyline, we'll continue with Star Wars: Your Republic, and then on Tuesday we continue with Drakensang Online. As a wrap up and as a conclusion, pretty good relationship between the usage of potions and the gameplay mechanics because of the red circles and the orbs, and how it strategically forces you to position yourself perfectly, as we could see in the Calais boss fight. People, it's my pleasure. See you all on Thursday. Have a great week. Have a great week.